happy Tuesday. I'm just getting all of my makeup ready because I have a new customer, and she just wanted some makeup. Hi, Alicia. Good morning. She just wanted basically just some beginner makeup, and I chatted with her last week and had her watch some of my videos, because I feel like all my videos are pretty, like I do like pretty basic daytime makeup anyways, and I had her, you know, pick out some stuff that she wanted, and then I told her I would do a special tutorial just for her, slowed down, so it'll be helpful. And yesterday I checked her order just to like see when it was arriving, and it had until the 11th, so I had a couple days or a few days. And then I was just in my back office looking over her orders to make sure I wrote down everything that she had, and it's out for delivery today. So I'm like, I should probably get on this. So she got the VFX primer, which is my favorite. She did the BB and CC cream, a couple of the creamy eyeshadows, the eyeshadow primer, and I need my Peach Bite palette. So I think this one's it. Nope. This is going to be my Peach Bite palette. Yes. So this one's super, super pretty. And then I am also going to add in my light ivory concealer, just because I like being able to highlight my under eye area. And I feel like there was something else. Oh, she did get a lip gloss, but I don't have that shade. But the gloss that she got is in the Nude gloss line. She got shade Rose Fame, and I have, what is this one? This one's Nude Flirt. So it's more of like a neutral brownish color. So I'm just going to throw in a gloss just because that's what she got. And then she did do an eye pencil as well. I might not get my eye pencil out though, but I'm at least going to get started with everything else. So I'm going to do my primer first. Primer is, especially this specific primer, it's the VFX Pro Camera Ready. So it's photo filter technology. This is the same photo filter technology that our VFX Pro foundation has in it. And it gives you a really smooth, more of like a soft matte finish. And this primer in particular is really, really good at just kind of keeping your makeup in place and giving your skin a smooth canvas to get started with. It helps, you know, keep things from sinking into your pores, fine lines, all of that. And it literally makes your skin feel like silk. It's amazing. So I highly, highly, highly recommend using a good primer. It's super important. And then for the BB and CC, so I'd seen people mixing their BB and CC creams lately, and it intrigued me, and I have tried it a couple times now, and I really, really like it. So just for the sake of her having both of these, I'm going to mix mine today. Between the two, if I'm wearing them by myself or by themselves, the BB is definitely my favorite, but I will say this adds more moisture and a little less coverage, whereas this one is going to give you a lot more coverage and not quite as moisturizing like a lotion. So that's really the biggest difference. And I am just going to mix them. This is something that she can do as well, or use one or the other. It's fun to just kind of play with them to see what it is that you actually like. So I'm just going to do a little bit. That is a little, and that's honestly probably too much for what I'm going to need, because I feel like a little bit of these products goes a long way, and I would rather have a little and need to add a little bit extra rather than have way too much and trying to, you know, blend it all in and and all of that. So I'm just going to stick with a little bit. So here I have BB on one side, CC on the other, and I'm just going to start dabbing it on here. BB and CC creams are so blendable as well. I mean, you could technically put these, like, just rub them on with your fingers if you needed to or wanted to as a preference. They're very, very blendable. They're super light. And just while I'm blending this, I have to show you my sweater, because this is The sweater, the light ivory color sweater that I'm always obsessing over, they launched a new shade of it in this color. It's called Sage. And I had to order it because I love the light ivory one so much. I'm just such a sucker for green. And I'm guessing that I'm still not seeing Facebook comments. I'm just going to put some money on it. I even updated my phone, the little iOS update, and still nothing. So I don't know if it is a me issue. My phone is like a dinosaur. It feels like. Okay, so I guess if you're hopping on here and I'm not responding to you, that's why. It's just because I'm not seeing it. Oh, I have my grandma's ring on today, and it's so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. All right, there is our BB and CC cream. So you do not have to wear them both together. I like the finish that it gives. And then what I like to do is go in with my Peach Bite palette. Let me get a brush. Preferably a brush. Okay, I was going to say my other brush I had been using for the 3-in-1 palette, and it's a lot more vibrant than this one, so I definitely didn't want to mix those blushes. Okay, so the Peach Bite palette, first of all, this bronzer is gorgeous. I feel like it goes really well with a lot of different skin tones, and the highlighter is very pretty, but the thing that really grabbed me about this palette that made me want to get it was the blush, because that's probably the best image of the blush. I'm not a big blush person, but this blush, as you can see, it's very subtle. So I thought, for me as a beginner, this blush could be perfect for me to just start out with. So I really like it for that reason. But what I'm going to do is start with the bronzer, and again, it's one of those things that I'd rather start with a little bit, blend it, and add more as I need it. So I've got my bronzer, and then I always start basically kind of like at the top of your ear and go down, because we are trying to, enhance this area. So something else that you can do that you might feel funny doing is just to like suck your cheeks in like a fish, and it basically draws you right up to that line. But I like to just start at my ear and just do a little bit right through here, and it's just going to help warm up your face. It doesn't have to be this, I feel like when I first started learning about how to contour, I thought, I'm not contouring, like I'm not super glam, I'm definitely more basic natural glam, if you will. So I'm like, I'm not going to be doing all of that. But what I have learned is that you can keep your contour so soft and subtle, and if you feel like you get too much, all you have to do is just blend it out. I feel like that looks more harsh in the camera than it does on like in person. And that's it. You just keep blending. And then if you want a little bit more, and I always go up through this area as well, but I keep this even lighter. And I feel like it just adds a little bit of warmth to your face. And again, this is something that you can play around with. It doesn't have to be something super drastic. I always go down my neck. I'll start here and just kind of drag it under just to keep everything more blended. Oh, I know a few products that I don't have out yet that I definitely am going to need, or that I use regularly, is my brow mascara and my mascara. Okay, so that is just the bronzer. Alright. And then what I'm going to do is go in with the blush. I'm just going to use the same brush that I already have, that I've already been putting bronzer on with, tap off any excess, and then just kind of put a little bit right there on the cheeks. And it just adds a little pop of color. But again, I think that this palette is amazing for anyone that just once more neutral colors every day anyways, or if you are new to blush, a beginner at blush, anything like that, this is the perfect palette. And you could use this entire palette for your eyes as well. But for the sake of her getting eyeshadows, I'm going to keep it just like that. What I normally do after that is technically I do this before I put on my bronzer. I like to highlight my under eye area just a little bit more, and right through here. This isn't something that she got, but it's a step that I would normally do anyways. So I'm just gonna stick with it. And I'll definitely want my brow mascara on. Hey, Emma. Oh, maybe I can see comments. How are you? Are you working today? All right. I think this is my brow mascara that I'm going to use. Okay, so if you do decide to use a concealer to highlight, what you're going to do to blend it out is just I use a beauty blender of any sort, and you're really just going to bounce. You really want to try not to pull your product, especially under your eye. You just don't want to pull all the product around your face that you just placed. So I know it feels like it takes a little bit longer whenever we're doing the highlight to try to blend it, but it's just important that you don't pull your products all around. I can hear Django in the man cave. I've got everybody home today, so I said for the sake of me trying to do this tutorial, you know, for someone specific, everyone's going to the man cave, husband included. So they're all in there, just waiting patiently for me to be done. Alright, so that's all that you do with your highlight. I am going to put on my brow mascara really quick. So this is shade Dark. And I just swipe it through. I really like our brow pomade as well. I feel like it glides on so easily. You do need a little angled brush to apply the pomade though. I might have to research some more on what's going on with my Facebook videos and why I can't see comments or any of that fun stuff. I see a few here and there. Okay. So that's it for the brow mascara, and now the next thing I'm going to do are my eyes, because she did get eye products. And we're going to do, these are the colors that I wore last week, but I thought they were so pretty, and apparently she did too. So, eyeshadow primer. Let me get some coffee. Alright, eyeshadow primer. This can be worn even by itself, and I just apply it with my finger. It goes on really easy. But this is really good if you are someone that has oily eyelids, or which could result in you having trouble with your eyeshadow sliding around or just not staying put all day, not lasting all day. Primer is a really good idea for you to have, and you can see how much brighter it has made this eye already. So you could just leave it by itself if you wanted to be like super simple for the day. I have been seeing ladies that are using this as their under eye concealer as well, because you can tell how much it brightens. I haven't tried it for that, so I can't personally tell you if I like it or not, but I have been seeing several ladies say that that's what they use their eyeshadow primer for. So if you have the primer and you wanted to try it, it definitely wouldn't hurt. Okay, so I just apply that with my finger, and then I'm actually going to, last week I did my creamy shadows with, let me do it again, with a brush. I think I'm just going to do that again. And what I'm going to do, I'll use different ones, so I'll need to wash my brushes soon. I I've done that. Not something I do regularly. It does work. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting, Emma. I'll have to try it sometime. It always makes me nervous because I have always had trouble with concealers creasing on my under eye, but when I use the concealer sticks from pharmacy, I don't have that problem. Like, once I'm done with my makeup altogether, I'll go through and I'll touch up my eyes one last time, but then I never have to go back and touch them again throughout the day, and they just don't crease. So I've been so, like, I just haven't really cared to venture out and try something else, but I guess I could. I mean, it's not like I go anywhere once I do my makeup. I'm literally home. Always. Alright, so our shadows that we're going to use are Brown Sugar and Golden Shot, which I thought would be really pretty with my sweater today too. For creasing in the same concealer stick, but I'm out. Yep, I love, love, love those concealer sticks. I think they're amazing. I've tried the liquids too, and I think the liquids go on really soft, but the sticks won me over. And they have antioxidants in them, so they're really good for your skin as well, which is a win-win. Alright, Brown Sugar. This is the one that I'm going to start with, and I'm just going to use an eyeshadow brush. And what I'm going to do is just start with a little. So I've just kind of got my brush in there, and I'm just wiggling it a little just to get some product on there. But I don't want to do too much. Okay. Creamy shadows are something that can very easily be applied with your fingers. Like so easily. But just for the sake of, I know that my customer got a set of brushes as well when she placed her order, so I'm sure she'll probably try to put her shadows on with her brush. So I want to try it this way for her, just so she can see. But I'm just putting a little bit on my brush and then just spreading it around my lid. Isn't that so pretty? That's just Brown Sugar by itself. Okay, I like our brow brush with the purple handle. Ooh, I don't have that one, Emma. I don't have that brush. But I love brow mascara. Yeah, I love the brow mascara. Love, love, love it. Alright, so there is Brown Sugar by itself. And then I'll do the same thing to the other eye. And I, again, start with a little, add more if you want it. But I find the best luck with creamy shadows if you just add a light layer of them. They're super soft. They're not going to dry out your eyes. If you have trouble with creasing, I would suggest an eyeshadow primer. And I would also suggest cutting back how much product you're actually using with your creamy shadows, because it does not take a lot at all. As you can see, I barely have any on my brush. So there is Brown Sugar. And then I'm going to add on Golden Shot. I love the way that this turned out last week, so I'm really excited that she got these. Okay, so Golden Shot I'm going to apply with the brush too. And I'm just going to go right in here. And then you can kind of pull it up on your eyelid some too, just to help blend it out. And that is that. That is Golden Shot. Okay. And then what I will do next is my mascara. And if you do not have a mascara primer yet, Emma, do you have one of these yet? A mascara primer? I feel like I won't do my mascara without a primer now. I like it that much. I'm still playing with it, so I don't feel like I know like all of the correct terminology for it, but the thing that I have found that works best with using a mascara primer is to do one eye at a time, meaning I will prime this eye and then put mascara directly on after this coat, and then I'll do the next eye. But I'm just going to get that coat nice and thick. I feel like mascara makes such a big difference when you're doing your makeup. It really helps pull everything together. Sometimes whenever I'm doing my eyeshadow, I feel like it looks funny or too, like it's too much compared to what I would normally do, and then you put mascara on and it's like, oh, okay, it looks really good. Alright, and then mascara just goes right over top of your primer. Such a game changer. And this mascara from Pharmacy is by far my favorite. By far. It's the second one that I ever tried from Pharmacy, and I have tried several of theirs, mainly because I like to be able to give my opinions on them, and I want to know what it is that they do. Like, obviously Starlook is going to perform a lot different than the Extreme Curl. But I always go back to Starlook. Always, always, always. Look at that. Such a big difference. And then I normally just always go back with the Q-tip and clean up like all these excess things. I'll put it on the bottom. I don't know, I feel like it, the primer also maybe makes my mascara go on quicker. I love it though. Alright, and then the other eye. Same thing. I've had several recommendations on different primers to use, so I think I'm going to try a different brand whenever my L'Oreal dries out. Here, Coco, getting close to the door. She knows I'm out here. Alright. This is the last eye, and then I'll put on my Nude Flirt gloss. She ordered the Rose Fame, but I do not have that gloss, that shade. I will say between the glosses, the different glosses that Pharmacy offers, the Nude Essence line is my favorite, which is where the Rose Fame shade is from, and the one that I'm going to put on, so I'll show you what they look like. The bottle that they come in, or the tube. I've tried their High Shine glosses, I've tried their Miss Sparkle glosses, and obviously the Nude Essence line, and to me the Nude Essence is like it's just softer, it's like the buttery soft. It actually has shea butter in it too, so it's definitely going to keep your lips hydrated. Alright, that is Starlook. Amazing. It's my freaking favorite. I feel like it makes everything better. I'll have to clean up my under eye. And then sometimes, which I haven't noticed that this application with using the primer, but normally I will keep, I don't have one with me, I guess. I'll keep like a little mascara spoolie with me just to help separate. So this is the tube that the Nude Essence glosses come in, and then this is shade Nude Flirt. That's it. So I hope that this was helpful, and if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm actually going to link my website for the sweater in these comments too, because I'm obsessed. They have restocks every single day. Every day, 5 out of 7 days of the week, they have restocks or on their website, and my camera is glitching, so it is time for me to say